Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Life, and I'm back today with another What I've Been Warming, the Empties and the Almosts. So I did some damage this week. Yeah, so let's get right into it. I do have Scentsy and I do have Vendor, so I'll do Scentsy first and then I'll do Vendor last, like always. And I do have a couple of non-wax Scentsy products in here too. So we'll just get those right out of the way. So I did finish up the small package of the counter cleanups. As far as I know on the workstation, it says that they're not going to have these available till November now. The large cotton cleanups anyway. So the small you can still get. I did want to point out that, like, I probably used about 12 to 15, and the other ones I put, like, in customer mystery bags and stuff. But I noticed there was a larger consistency of the cotton cleanups, the small ones. A lot of them were a lot larger than others. So there was quite a few in here that I was able to use one cotton cleanup and soak up 5 cubes of wax. And then the other ones, it was averaging anywhere from 2 to 4 cubes of wax. So it's still a little bit inconsistent, but I noticed there were a lot more larger, smaller cotton cleanups, if that makes sense, in my package anyway. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that so far this catalog, but it seems like they're just putting a little bit more cotton on some of them. I don't know. We did finish up some scent circles. So I did finish up the Woodland Meadow in my butler's pantry. It still has a little bit of scent left to it, but it really wasn't scenting the space anymore, so I took it out. I really like this scent, and I checked my club and I did not put it in my club. I thought I did and I didn't. But my mom, I thought she had it in hers. She doesn't either. So fingers crossed it comes back, because it's a really nice, sweet, manly, but not cologne, springy wood scent. Really, really nice. And it did perform really good in my butler's pantry in that scent circle. And then in my downstairs hall closet where we keep our coats and stuff like that, I had a ruby nectarine apparently in there for like months and didn't even realize it. It's totally dead. You can't even smell it. I don't even remember how this performed. That's how long ago it was that I put it in here. Probably sometime last summer is when I put that in there. So we took those out and replaced them with the Caramel Apple Craze scent circles that I got in the September whiff box. So just changed those out today, so I will let you know next week how the performance was on those ones. So that's it for non-wax Scentsy. Okay. Now we're going to do Scentsy. And I did some wax, like, mixing combinations. Some were direct mixes. Others were alternating, and I will talk about that once I get to those. And then some scents I did to complement other scents, if that makes sense. Okay, so we did get through a whole clamshell of Winterberry Apple Tea. I did this last night. It's still going today, so I did not change my wax out. I love Winterberry Apple Tea. I think it's such an unsung hero from Scentsy's fall catalog. I really, really hope that this stays around. I always get nervous about it because not a lot of people talk about it. It's such a great fall herbal berry tea. And it does have honey in it, but I don't read honey. I just get a like syrupy sweet fall herbal berry tea. And it's just so comfy and so cozy and just hits you in the right spot. I absolutely love it. It's a great performer. I would totally recommend it to anybody if they were trying to like pick out a 6-pack of wax or whatnot. So I did do that. And I have more of this coming. This was my last one I had in my stash, but I do have more coming. Okay, we did Harvest Blessings. Finished that clamshell off. This one did really good. I put it in all the rooms on the upstairs level one day, and it lasted a good day and a half. It was really nice. I liked the way the apple and the pumpkin kind of like, they smelt, like the apple smelt like a mold apple, and the pumpkin smelled like a baked pumpkin, like if you were to bake pumpkin in the oven. And then you get a little bit of like a freshness to it. I really actually enjoyed this one. If I got stuck with it like in a flash sale or a mystery bundle, I would not be upset about it because it did perform really, really good. So, all right. When did I do what? I gotta figure this out. I have so many here. I gotta figure out what I did. Oh, okay. So one day this week, I did upstairs level and downstairs level, 2 different scents, but they were similar somewhat. So downstairs, I did whipped vanilla pear. I ended up doing 5 cubes downstairs in my living room. This one, I'm so mad at myself for not clubbing it. It really is a beautiful whipped cream baked pear with like no spice whatsoever. It's very cozy. It's a very homey scent, totally company friendly. This is a really, really nice pear, and you know me, guys, I don't like Scentsy's pear oil, so I wouldn't lie to you. This is a really, really nice pear. And I think the longer that this one sits, the better it gets with age because of the vanilla base notes that are in here. So I have this, and I have one other full bar. My sister actually has this club, so I might be doing some bar swaps with her in the future to get my hands on some more. But this was really nice. And then to complement the whipped vanilla pear, I had going in the other spaces perfect pumpkin pear. I ended up doing 4 cubes. This one, again, is not a bad pear scent. It's not the pear scent that I don't like. And this one is a good fall transition scent. If you like Autumn Road Trip or Scarlet Sunflower and things like that for like fall transitions from summer to fall, Perfect Pumpkin Pear is a really good one for that because there's hardly any spice in here. I really don't detect any at all. I just get a very nice, like woody, fresh pumpkin and the fresh fruit. So that is that one. And I don't have any more of that, so all I have is these 4 cubes. All right, so I ended up doing a direct mix. And this one I would not recommend doing because I don't know what happens. I'll tell you my thought process. So I had French toast. I had some left of French toast. And I had like 2 cubes left of apple spice season. And I'm like, what am I going to do with these? So I decided to mix them because I'm like, okay, maybe, just maybe, this will be like an apple bread French toast type of thing. So in some warmers, I did a direct mix, and other warmers, I just popped like a cube, you know, here or there. Because like I said, I only had 2 cubes left of the apple spice season, and I think I had like 4 of the French toast. So the ones that were a direct mix, all I got was the French toast, to be honest. All I got was Scentsy's French toast. That dry spice to it kind of took over. But the warmers that had each of the scents in there, the way that it was like commingling in the air, it brought out a slight bakery note out of apple spice season, which was totally weird. It was nice, but would I repurchase apple spice season to do that again? No. But it was a nice way to get rid of these clamshells. Like I said, apple spice season, it's not a horrible apple scent. It's just too 90s, too like nostalgic Yankee Candle. Think of all those school fundraisers that we had like back in the 90s where there would be like those candles in the catalog that you'd have to like peddle your loved ones so you could get like a slap bracelet. That's what this apple spice note reminds me of. And then Scentsy's French toast has always been a struggle bus for me. I really can't get it to perform, and I have found a vendor that does French toast way, way better. So I'm kind of over Scentsy's French toast. There is a lot of maple now that this has been sitting for like over a year. I did get a lot of more maple on this second warm. So I don't know if it's just inconsistency in the wax. I have no idea, but it's still not a great performer for me, so I wouldn't recommend French toast. Okay, so I did a whole bar of cedar cider. I love cedar cider, and I was almost thinking about not purchasing any more of this, but I did end up getting another bar of it on my last party closeout, because I warmed this and I was like, oh yes, I need more of this in my life. It is just, if you like Hemingway, you're really going to like Cedar Cider. And if Autumn Hearth is way too aggressive and sharp, then I would suggest Cedar Cider. Because really, it's a beautiful cedar closet. Like, just think like cedar chests with stewed apples, a tinge of spice. It just brings like a warmth to the bar. Love Cedar Cider. And then to complement the Cedar Cider and to finish up my clamshell, I did in some warmers Vanilla Chestnut. This is the scent of the month for this month. I swear to God, there's patchouli in here. So this one on its second warm did a little bit better than the first warm in performance and in strength. I like the scent. I just wish it had more vanilla, and I wish it had more of a chestnut note. I predominantly get clove and dry spices and patchouli and cedar. That's what I'm getting out of this bar. So because of those like woodsy notes, I thought it complemented Cedar Cider very well. So I would recommend, if you have these and you're trying to use them up, do them in alternating warmers. They complemented each other very well. All right, another scent combination that I did. It was not as great as my ultimate mix, but it was good. It was good enough. So I warmed around the campfire with pumpkin marshmallow and some of my sugar cookie brick. Oops, I'm done to 1 cube. 1 cube, guys. So usually I do around the campfire and pumpkin marshmallow with vanilla bean buttercream. That is my recommended mix, 1 to 1 to 1 in the same warmer. You can do it alternating warmers too, but I prefer it all in the same warmer, and it's phenomenal. You get the sweet campfire smell from here. You get the pumpkin and the sweet marshmallow from the pumpkin marshmallow, and the vanilla bean buttercream just makes it so, so good. So I figured, okay, we'll do it with sugar cookie. So it did give me the bakery element, but it didn't give me like the super gourmand. It kind of just made, it kind of smelled like I was eating pumpkin sugar cookies near a sweet campfire. That's what it smelled like. So I enjoyed it, but I think I'll go back to just using vanilla bean buttercream for that mix. All right, and then another thing that I mixed sugar cookie with. Actually, there's two more that I did sugar cookie with. I mixed in alternating warmers sugar cookie and peaks and pines. I really, really wanted a Christmas tree scent, but I didn't want to break out my Christmas trees. Like, I didn't want to take out black forest pine or sweet orange and evergreen or very snowy. I didn't want any of that yet. But Peaks and Pines is such a great tree scent that it doesn't scream Christmas, that you could legit warm it from October all the way up until like April. It's so lovely. It's got like, I forgot what the scent notes are. There's like dew, there's like lavender, pine. It gives me all the vibes that I miss from Ice Pine and Mighty Pine. So I think that's why I really like this. And then I wanted that bakery because for some reason the past year and a half, I've been super, super intrigued with mixing trees and bakery. And every time I do it, it's phenomenal. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just mix some sugar cookie and alternating warmers to try to use up this brick. It was delightful. Delightful. Totally would recommend it. I think the sweetness in the tree notes that are in Peaks and Pine complemented the sugar cookie. So I really, really like that mix. I am definitely clubbing Peaks and Pines, and I'm probably going to do a multiple quantity just to get a good stock on it. But this was a really good bar in our Harvest collection. I've grown to love it. So, and then the last bar that I warmed with sugar cookie was Hollow Harvest. I had like 4 cubes left of this bar. You can't get this bar anymore on my website or your consultant's websites, but you can put it in clubs still. This one has like embery, so it's smoked embers and like marshmallow and woods and pumpkin. So very sultry, very dark and mysterious. It's like the fall version of like Midnight Masquerade and like a bougie, like, pumpkin vanilla perfume. Oh my god, it's so good. So then I mixed it in alternating warmers with sugar cookie, and it really played up the sweet notes that were in here. It was really, like, delightful. It smelled like a Vendor wax blend, to be honest. So I really, really enjoyed that mix too. So I would definitely recommend that one. I still think Hollow Harvest needs another month to cure to get a little bit better in strength, and I do have a couple more bars of this, so I think I'll do that. But sugar cookie, if you've never experienced sugar cookie, you need to get your hands on one. I love sugar cookie. I know it's not the greatest performer for bakery, but it's really authentic sugar cookie. I really enjoy it, and you can only get it in brick through Club. That's how I was able to get this one. I've got 1 cube left, so who knows what I'll do with it, but we've got 1 cube left. And then I warmed an entire bar because it was sweaty as all heck of Fairy Tale Pumpkin. Love Fairy Tale Pumpkin. It was an underdog scent of the month, and for some reason Scentsy threw us a bone and put it in the fall catalog a couple seasons ago. And then they retired it, but this will never, ever, ever, ever return for a Bring Back My Bar voting pool. No one's going to vote this back for a Bring Back My Bar winner. It is such a unique scent. It was a hater love scent. It's got midnight black raspberry, and it's got pumpkin, and it has black licorice. So if you don't like that, you're not going to like this bar. I get midnight black raspberry licorice is what I get. I don't hardly get any pumpkin in here. I mostly just get the midnight black raspberry and the licorice note. And then in the bathrooms, we did end up doing some red cedar and sage. I had like 4 cubes left of this just to wrap it up. I think I might have done it the same day that I was warming Hollow Harvest and Sugar Cookie. So I've been warming this and finishing this bar up, and it's not bad. I don't hate it as much as I did when it came back as a Bring Back My Bar winner. Would I buy it again? No, because it's just not an Amy scent. It's very, very sharp, but if you got anything funky in your bathroom, boy, oh boy, you cannot smell that I had litter boxes in there. Let's just put it that way. So, finish that up. And then today, because Winterberry Apple Tea is still going, I had a few warmers that had wax that was pretty much dead in it. So, in those warmers, which I only used 3 cubes, I did Autumn Sunset, which has been in the catalog forever. It's literally just a medley of apple and pumpkin and different spices. It's very potpourri-ish. I would say it smells like going to a Christmas tree shop or Hobby Lobby or Michael's or any of those craft stores and smelling the pine cones and the potpourri bags and the broomsticks and all that. So it's nice. It's complementing the different notes that are in Winterberry Apple Tea. So I don't think I'm going to club this one. I usually always clubbed it like every time fall went away, but I'm really liking cinnamon pine cones better, so I don't think I'm going to club Autumn Sunset. I think I'm just going to chance it and see if it comes back. So that's Scentsy. So if you're here just for Scentsy, thanks for watching. But we are going to go on to Vendor Wax, because I did warm a lot of Vendor. Well, just 2 vendors, but I warmed several items. All right, so we'll do Melting Memories first. So I did warm 2 new scents that I got from her fall pre-order, and then one that's been a repeat purchase for me. So if you guys have been watching my channel since I started buying Vendor Wax, especially Melting Memories, you know I go goo goo gaga over pine cone cookies. This is just a bomb.com. Oh my god, it's so good. It's roasted pine cone sugar cookie and cashmere cream. The cashmere cream is what makes this so different from any other vendor's roasted pine cone and like sugar cookie blends. It makes it so bougie, so sophisticated. It throws like a freaking beast. I had, how much did I do? I did 4. I did 4 cubes. So I only got 2 of them, but I do have a huge snap bar, this mega snap bar, so I'm not out. But I did 4 cubes in the living room, and whew, lasted like a day and a half. Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So, totally would repurchase this one, and if she ever blends this with other things, I will totally buy it, because that's how much I love her pine cone cookies. One from her fall pre-order that I picked up was Halloween Town. I ended up doing 2 cubes right here in my little computer nook that I have. This one's torched marshmallow, toasted pumpkin spice, crisp fall air, cedar wood, and dried autumn leaves. And I love how pretty her wax is with the glitter. This was actually really nice. When it warmed, it was like a very mellow, middle of the road, torched sweet marshmallow with the campfire notes. And then you did get those aspects of like autumn air. It was really, really nice. It's not a like boomer for me anyway, but it's a good middle of the road performer. So I would definitely warm it like in my living room or in bedrooms or in my office, and it's still gonna perform for me. But this is one that I would probably just warm like at night when I'm in my living room like chilling, or in my bedroom chilling. That way I can just enjoy it, because it was very comfy and cozy. So I did like this one. And then Autumn Spice Tea. I actually warmed 2 cubes of this right here in this little computer nook last night when Winterberry Apple Tea was going. This one is Earl Grey tea, lavender, vanilla, cranberry sauce, apple jam, and cinnamon sticks. So this one, I had given her some suggestions to make this basically in mind of Winterberry Apple Tea. So this one is super, super, super good. So I totally get cranberry and like apple jam. Those notes definitely come out on warm, and then you do get like the Earl Grey. So if you like Earl Grey tea blends, this one is definitely one I would recommend for you to try. But I get very deep saturated cranberry, and then that apple jam. It was really good. All right, and then we've got, let's see here. We've got several from Lavender and Speckles. Let's see here. So this day I warmed the rest of my masala chai pine cones, which is nutty and spicy masala chai, freshly baked cinnamon buns, and roasted pine cones. So I did this one, but I mixed it with pine cones and spice, which I think is from her favorite sampler. This one's roasted pine cones with cinnamon buns and creamy frosting with a touch of pumpkin pie spice. So I thought mixing the both would I thought mixing pine cones and spice would cut down the sharpness of that masala chai that's in masala chai pine cones that I don't particularly like. And it did. It did do that. It was very nice. I enjoyed it. Would I repurchase either of these? I would not repurchase masala chai pine cones, but I would repurchase her pine cones and spice. I did like that one, and I probably would purchase it as like a mixer or like an alternating scent to use. This was another one that I got from the favorite sampler, which is Mountain Espresso. This one is a unique blend of citrus, cinnamon, blue sage, amber, tonka, cedarwood, and espresso. So this one I did not like on warm. For some reason, I got BO. Don't know why. Like the first 6 hours. And then after that, it was like a stale coffee. So not one for me. I would pass on that. I don't even know who to recommend it to. Because honestly, when it was warming, I didn't really pick up cinnamon or blue sage or amber or tonka or cedarwood. Literally the first 6 hours it was just BO, and then it turned into stale coffee. So not sure. One I would recommend is her Autumn Flannel. So this one my mom picked up. So this was one of her choices. This one is Cozy Autumn Flannel blended with smoked cedar and Palo Santo. This performed for 3 days in my downstairs bathroom laundry room. And I had only used one bunt cut in two into 2 mini warmers. It literally smells like a flannel shirt and you're sitting by a sweet campfire and you just put it out and you're smelling the ashes. That's what this smells like. It was really nice and a great performer. Like I said, 3 whole days in a bathroom. I've never gotten that much performance out of one of Beth's scents. So, and then the last one I did from one of my fall pre-order picks was Apples and Pines. I did this again in the downstairs bathroom / laundry room. I did 1 bunt cut in 2. This one is Mac Apple roasted pine cones and a hint of pumpkin pie spice. This one was nice when it was warming, but it was not a great performer. It was medium at best, and it barely lasted the whole day. So I don't know if this just needs more time to sit. But she did say that the ones from the fall pre-order were ready to go by October 1st. So that's why I waited until then to start warming them. But maybe this just needs a little bit more time. I was hoping that the apple note would have been more predominant, but it's predominantly the roasted pine cones and then the apple and then barely any pumpkin pie spice. So I would have liked it to be tons of apple, a little bit of the middle note being the pumpkin pie spice, and then that base note being the roasted pine cones. That's what I would have preferred. But I don't know if I was thinking it was going to be like an apple pine tree scent. Maybe that's where my mind was going. I don't know. But I'll try it again after it's sat for a couple more months just to see. But that's everything I warmed this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys warmed this week. Are you doing any specific vendors? Are you trying to do any like LTOs from Scentsy to decide if you're going to club them? Love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for always liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye, guys.